Hi guys, welcome to A&B Homemaker, a place where we are redefining the modern homemaker through recipes, scriptures, thoughts, ideas, and so much more. And today I am so excited to share some of my thoughts with you guys. So lately I've been really taking in and noticing a lot of the messaging surrounding the idea of being busy. It is a lot of questioning and challenging of what have you done with your day, like how productive have you been? Have you looked at your goals lately? Like have you worked? Are you booked? Like how packed is your schedule? Have you been working at 2 a.m. on your passion project? How much work have you really been putting in towards this grind that we're all just running after? Just how busy can you be? And sometimes I feel like we fall into the trap of being super busy but not productive. So lately, I've really been noticing and taking in a lot of the messaging surrounding the idea of how busy are you? Really, this push towards how much have you done? Like, are you doing this? Are you doing that? Is your schedule jam packed? Are you like laying out everything where you're just maximizing every second and every minute of every day? Are you booked and blessed? Just really driving home this idea of, being up at 2 a.m. in the morning, trying to work on your passion project, just busy, busy, busy. And so sometimes I feel like with the idea of being super busy, we can fall into the trap of trying to use the busyness, trying to prove that we've done a million things within our day. And it leads us into a place where we are trying to validate not only how we use our time, but also validate our worth and our value. And sometimes we get so caught up in trying to be busy and in trying to be productive that we find ourselves searching for growth and searching for fulfillment in this concept of busy. And one of the pitfalls of that is that we can be busy and we can run ourselves ragged and we can be really tired at the end of the day, but still not have anything to show for it. And we can find ourselves with the instant gratification of my schedule was jam packed. I didn't take a nap today. Like I did all of these things and I ran as hard as I could and I ran as fast as I could through all of these tasks and I could check off a lot of things. But do I really have anything to show for it at the end? And that can be really frustrating and really challenging. And so that leads me to question, are you busy or are you productive? Because those are two different things. And so to be productive is to produce something, it's to make something. It is to, at the end of your efforts, at the end of your labor, to have something either tangible or measurable to show for it. On the other hand, to be busy is defined as being occupied or to be fussy or excessively detailed. Or another way to say it is that you've done a lot, but you don't have anything to show for it. And one of the things that I have learned in trying to decipher between being busy and being productive is that productivity really comes when you understand your purpose and that you can really align your actions with purpose. And so one of the great examples of being busy but not being productive is the story of Mary and Martha. And so that's what we're going to take a look at today. And so Mary and Martha are going to come out of Luke chapter 10, verses 38 through 42. So let's take a look. So, for a little bit of context in the story, at this point in Jesus' journey on earth, he is on his way to Jerusalem with the disciples. And it is at this point that we see him make a pit stop at a house and we meet the two sisters, Martha and Mary. And so Mary, we see immediately takes a seat at Jesus' feet and starts listening to his teaching. Martha, on the other hand, her sister, takes up the task of being busy hosting. And so she is in a frenzy trying to get everything together that goes along with hosting guests, especially Jesus and the disciples. And Martha has become so consumed in the task of trying to host and trying to get everything together that we find Martha now yelling at Jesus, telling him that he needs to tell Mary that she needs to stop listening and get up and help her host. And so don't get me wrong, it's a bold move to get loud with Jesus. Like things have gone awry for certain. However, sometimes we get caught up in the feeling of being overwhelmed and trying to do a lot and being frustrated when you feel like you're busy but you don't have anything to show for it and you don't really feel like you're making the progress that you should. And so in response, Jesus doesn't get loud with Martha. He doesn't get rude with her, but he does explain that Mary has made the better choice. even though it looks like Mary is doing less because she's sitting and she's not running around and she doesn't have the appearance of busy. Mary has taken the step of listening. And for the task of becoming an effective follower of Christ, hearing the word of God is going to be the first step, because you can't act on the word of God if you haven't heard it and you don't actually know what your purpose is. And so in this, Mary, by sitting down, looking like she is doing so much less than her sister Martha, who's running around the house, Mary has made the better choice and the more productive choice. And Martha has become busy and she's done a lot, but it's not the better choice. It's not the priority. It doesn't align with the purpose that Jesus needs her to be focused on right now, which is getting the word of God, especially from Jesus himself. And so as we look at that example of what busy can look like versus being truly productive, I have three main questions that I ask myself as I walk away from this text and as I walk away from the study. The first question is, am I listening to God for my purpose? My second question is, are my actions in alignment with what I understand my purpose to be? My third question is, or am I just busy running around feeling like I'm doing a million things, but not actually accomplishing anything and not producing something with these actions? And so I want you guys to take a second, think about it. Think about how you differentiate being productive versus being busy and how you move into being productive. And so leave a comment, let me know your definitions of productive versus busy and any tips that you might have on how to be productive. I hope you all have a healthy and a safe week, and I will see you all next time. Bye.